Welcome to another video from Gweilo 60. I was thinking here the other day, everybody is tripping on China because of floods. The big Three Gorges Dam is going to explode. The Uyghur education in Xinjiang Autonomous Region, security laws in Hong Kong, making the Inner Mongolian people learn Mandarin in school, and all of these different things. And I was thinking, even down to the COVID in Wuhan and the Wuhan lab, and I made a video about that here the other day. And I was thinking, well, are all of these places around the world void of any bad stuff happening on their soil? Well, let's start with my home country, Canada. The whole western part of the country is up in flames. They've got fires going on all over the place. They've got COVID. They've got a divide between East and West like we have never seen in the history of Canada. Well, we've probably seen it, but not to this level, guys and girls. The West will not vote for the political party of the East, and the political party of the East will not vote for the political parties of the West. And this is a problem because the East has more people, so they get to rule the whole country. Not a good thing. We have crime, we have drugs, we have homeless people, we have discontent cities, we have all of these different things. Holy smokes, so they're putting these back up again. All right, I guess they every once in a while they'll use this and they'll fill up with little businesses, and it's sort of nice to have. It's just around the corner from my place. For anybody out there that wants to come and take videos of where Gweilo lives, all you got to do is ask. I've got another stalker. I love this stuff. You know what I mean? I really do. I think this is my third stalker. Each stalker thinks that they're anonymous up until a certain point, but I find them each and every time, and it's not a pretty thing. But if you're my stalker out there, just know that I'm enjoying this. It's sort of like a challenge to me that I love to track down stalkers. You see, that's what I used to do in my real life back when I was working. I was a collection agent, repossession man. I used to track people for a living, and we already have your IP address. Anyway, that's not what this video is about, guys, and that's not a threat of any sort, or it could be. You just have to take it however you take it. Anyway, so Canada's not that squeaky clean of a place, and they arbitrarily arrest people like Meng Wanzhou on bogus stuff, and it's just one of those things. And you go a little bit further south of the border into the United States, well, frick, people are getting killed on a regular basis there. It's like Chicago is like the wild west of the East, you know what I mean? Everybody's got a gun and everybody knows how to use it. You've got homeless people all over the place. You've got despair. You've got COVID running freaking rampant. The government don't care. And then you've got the divide. The Democrats on one side and you've got the Republicans on the other side. You see, this is the way, and they wage war around the world, and it's not just at home that they're doing bad things. It's around the world. So, they're not squeaky clean either. Well, let's go a little bit further south into Mexico. Well, the gangs, the cartels, the drugs, all of that, it's rampant in Mexico. You hear it on the news, you see it. It's not a squeaky clean place. You get even further south, you get into a place like El Salvador or Guatemala. These places are poor countries. Everybody wants to walk all the way through Mexico to get to the United States so they can get shot by somebody from Chicago. You know what I mean? Colombia, the tax reforms in Colombia. This is even further south. You notice I'm going down the western front first here, guys. Tax reforms and riots and demonstrations and all of these different things. It's like nuts. You know what I mean? It's nuts. You think, well, let's go over to the other side of the world, guys. It's got to be better over in the Eastern world. Well, you look at Russia. What was it? Navalny. Alexei, we'll just call him Alexei. They threw his ass in jail. He was Putin's competition for political competition. So he got poisoned last year, had to go to Germany to get frickin' medical care, and then come back, and then they stuck his ass in jail in Russia. Okay, well, they've got unrest there. They've got demonstrations. They've got untethered COVID too. You get down closer to home in my place here in Nanning, go to Vietnam. Well, both Ho Chi Minh and Hanoi City are on lockdowns because of COVID. Even Cambodia closed the border to Vietnam because it's just too freaking risky. You get down to Thailand, they've got riots in the streets of Thailand. They want a regime change. Everything's being closed down with COVID. And you see, this here, guys, this is a line for COVID shots. You don't think that the Chinese people will line up and take their shots? Here, it is what it is, guys. But you know, so you think, well, Malaysia, what about Malaysia? Yes, they have demonstrations in Malaysia. They are pissed off at their government on the way that they've handled the COVID in Malaysia too. You know what I mean? So all of these countries that point fingers at China and say, look what's going on in China, maybe they should be looking at what's going on in their own country. And yes, I am looking at that pretty girl, guys. It's in my nature. If I didn't, I'd be stupid and blind. I love China. And you know, this is a world that I live in. It's a little chaotic at times. There's a lot of people here, but it's entertaining from morning till night. It's one of those places that I can guarantee you, if you come over here, if you have an open mind, you will love this place. And I'm doing another one of these driving videos because the last one I did got 20,000 hits, and people said that they enjoyed just watching what was going on the streets of Nanning City in mainland China here. So here's another one for you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. And everybody knows Gweilo by now that I think China's a great place, and I sort of promote it as one of those places in the world that gets a bad rap from the rest of the world and really doesn't deserve it. Yeah, that would be me. Why do I do that? Because I've been living here for a long time. I see that the lack of violence. I see how nice people actually are here in mainland China. I see that they want to be people's friends. They just want what the rest of the world has, and they're working hard to get it. As they work hard to get it, they'll step on some toes. There's going to be competition with different countries around the world. There's going to be competition with big corporations around the world, you know, the Apples of the world and whatever. But as they do this, and as they get bigger and as they get stronger, I think they're going to keep their humility, because I know a lot of super rich guys here in China, and they've remained just as humble and have humility, just like any other Chinese person that I come across, whether they're rich or poor. So you see, that's another thing about this country, is they don't have that arrogance that's so rampant in the rest of the world, where they think that they are entitled to have whatever they want. And that makes a big difference. That makes a really big difference in how people are perceived here on the ground in China. Yeah, and the hustle and bustle, guys. And you gotta love the hustle and bustle. One thing that's really hard to handle, though, is it is frickin' 40 degrees outside right now. As I ride my bike down the road, I have to go slow, because if not, you got wind noise in the mic. So I don't get a lot of wind making me cool off a little bit here and there. But you know, all the sacrifices I do for you guys. But let's take a little bit of an off-road here and show you just a little bit of a, I don't know, food street, restaurant area, village. Oh yeah. One of the really interesting things about China is they have all of these little back roads, villages, and just sort of unique places that if you're driving down the street and you're watching, you can come across places like this. And although it's in the afternoon, there's not a lot going on here right now. You come here in the evening, and this place would be just frickin' rocking. I'm telling you, a lot of beer drinking, a lot of barbecue, a lot of smiling, happy faces. Yeah, not oppressed faces, smiling, happy faces. Why are they smiling? Why are they happy? Because they're drinking beer and they're eating and they're having fun. And that's what mainland China is all about. People having a better life than they did yesterday. 10 years ago, guys, it was not as good as it is now. It's getting better and better, and I see it. So as I drive around today, that's my story for today as I drive around today. If you like this video, as always, like, comment, subscribe, push that share button. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to resubscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell, and whatever you do, don't forget to put a couple bucks in the children's Patreon account. It's a good cause. Thanks for watching from Nanning, Guangxi Autonomous Region, China. Thanks for watching. Bye now. See, and to get into this village area, they've got people outside checking QR codes to make sure that you haven't been around anybody that's had COVID, that you're wearing a mask, that you're not a threat to the village. So the villagers set this up to make sure that they just don't have any COVID coming into their village. I like this stuff. This is grassroots, on the ground, people that are actually doing this, and it makes a big difference because it's not government, it's village. It's the people of the village getting together saying, well, we want to protect our people, and this is what they're doing here. Try to do this anywhere else in the world and they'd say, you're taking away our rights. There'd be gunfire, it would be like Chicago all over again in the 1930s.